Hello everybody and welcome back to another JakesRCStuff video. It's a black screen because it's one of these sort of talky, podcasty radio episodes where I'm just going to talk to you about things. Now, this is going to be a sort of general how you can support the channel type of video. It's what I really want to try and get done in that 100 subscriber special kind of video that just kind of went down the toilet. I've made decisions since that video on what I want to do with different things, and thus I'm going to share them with you now. So I've split this video into 5 different sections. I've got what is this channel, then we've got free support, then we've got for number 3 sponsorships, number 4 being monetary support at no cost to viewers, and direct monetary support. So to start with the first section, I've got some basic sort of bullet point talking points here. So what's a grand goal for this channel? Where, in my wildest dreams, where would I like it to be? Well, basically, I want it to be the Linus Tech Tips for RC, for sort of radio control stuff. You may have noticed that slightly if you know who Linus Tech Tips is in some of the way that I try and do my videos. There's a lot of unboxings, which is how he started. Things like, not direct inspiration, but good things that do help grow channels and things like that. So that's a grand goal, you know, just kind of having fun with, well, he has fun with technology, I'd have fun with RC, kind of doing crazy projects and stuff. Not necessarily making my own planes, I mean, occasionally, okay, but to be honest with you, if you want that and you want high video quality, you can always go and watch Flight Test. I don't want to be Flight Test, no thank you. Better video quality would be nice at some point, but it is a lower priority. I believe it was Casey Neistat, who's like less than my favourite person in the world, but it was like, it doesn't matter what camera or equipment you use, just tell your interesting story or something like that. It's a horseshit quote. But it does kind of make sense with this, of that I'm using either my phone or my Canon PowerShot 720, I think it's called. What are you called? SX720HS. I think it's a PowerShot. It's a Canon, I know that much. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on using that. Eventually, if I could afford like a 4K all singing, all dancing camera, then excellent, or someone to do the videos for me, or you know, do the videography for me, should I say, then excellent. But for now, it really doesn't matter. A lot of, for example, Matthew Ogborn stuff is just a webcam connected to a computer, because a lot of his stuff was live, to be fair, but you know, it doesn't need to be all grandiose. A decent microphone. The one on the Canon isn't too bad, the one on the iPhone isn't too bad, and I speak to you now for a Blue Yeti, which is a Blue Yeti Nano, which is very good quality in my opinion. So what's the current goal of the channel at the moment? It's basically just to carry on in the way they were going now. We've passed 100, what are we on? We're on like 104, are we now? Let us have a look, I don't want to do editing, so I'm just kind of filling the space. 106 subscribers. Excellent. So yeah, this isn't going to be like a full sort of update video, all the stats and everything like that, because I don't think it's really needed. But things seem to be going fairly well. Tales from the Workshop. Basically, when I'm doing stuff on specific products that people are searching for, it does well. So like the little gliders and the Vortini and the HD stuff is great. When I do kind of generic-y stuff, like the Tales from the Workshops, they don't get many views. I presume that it's mostly subscribers that are watching that, which is quite nice, I suppose. Because the fact that, like, for example, that first Tales from the Workshop, which went up 2 days ago, has 8 views. And again, as I say, I presume that most of those are coming from subscribers. I do have plenty of tags and stuff in that to link to the individual planes that we worked on in that episode, but you know, it is all sort of nice you can see. So basically just carry on and grow as we are. So the current series that are on the channel is we have sort of unboxing and overviews. I don't kind of do them as soon as they come in anymore, because sometimes it'll be ages before I actually show you what they are. Sort of as a star project, a sort of unboxing and overview. Sometimes they'll get sort of crammed into like the first part of the actual build. Again, we'll take it from there. Review, so that is for individual things. So for example, the R349 little mini quad that I did, I plan on doing a review of the co-pilot from Zoe HD. I've got a couple of those finally shipped from Bangor. Bloody hell, I've had some issues with Bangor shipping things recently. I'm not the only one. But they're finally on their way, as well as 5 fans and 5 speed controllers. Obviously, there's only going to be 4 in it, but for the Concorde, they've been ordered now. 150 quid's worth! Pain inside! Yeah, but they're on the way. We've also got sort of how-to and explaining videos. That's like the FY41 setup, what's the yellow label on the package from not in the EU but talks about the EU, that type of thing. The why you want an S-Bus decoder, which those 2 videos, the yellow label and the how to use an S-Bus decoder, are like my 2 most popular videos. So I suppose I should really do more of them. Of course, we've got building vlogs. I'm doing air quotes here, but they are kind of technically vlogs, but I hate the word vlogs. It's usually some prick with like a sweaty forehead pointing the camera going, "Hi guys, I'm going to go on my skateboard, yeah." That's not what I do, but they are kind of sort of vloggy type things. They're definitely not a how-to. They are separate. Of course, we've got the Tales from the Workshop. We've had 1 of them already. It is going to turn into a series. It's going to be like the 2nd series of the whole channel, sort of doing the building stuff and then having this on the side. The next one, I haven't filmed it yet, but we're probably going to be working on fixing my Chris Foss Watt 4 foamy, getting the motor put back in that properly. That was really fun. I enjoyed doing sort of a variety of small jobs, but being able to make videos about it. Really great. I think that that they're going to be really enjoyable on the channel. And again, as I kind of mentioned in that weird and wonky 100 subscriber special, something I've been meaning to do for a long time, but the go-to items. A fantastic example of this is, so my dad just recently bought a new plane. It's a Seb Art Miss Ultimate in red. And when he bought that, because he knows the size of it, he knew exactly what motor he was going to buy. It's one that I actually recommended and got him to install a few different planes, like a Panic, a Balsa-Craft Extreme, sort of that size of plane. I've got an Extreme Flight Extra, a Hyperion Yak. I'm going to have one in my Panic and in my Extreme. Basically anything that size. It's a 4258 Pro Drive V2, and then just like an 80 to 100 amp speed controller. But when you look at that plane, he knew exactly what to get. He did double check based off of the Hacker motor that's recommended, but he said that he could get 5 or 6, or maybe even 8. I can't remember, like a lot of these prop drive motors for the same price as this Hacker. So that's why he decided to go and buy it, because he's not made of money. But yeah, so that's sort of a useful thing. I've already noticed that this is 8 minutes. I've not even finished the first section, so I'll try and speed up a little bit. So what you might know about this channel is because of the way that YouTube works, I don't have monetization because they won't let me. They changed it so that you have to have over 1,000 subscribers, or was it over 100? Let me have a look. Okay. So I don't know why my other channel got it. I think it's possibly because it was sort of grandfathered in. Oh no, because I had it removed. No, both my channels had it removed. Okay, because my other one only has like 300 subscribers. So you need to have 4,000 hours watched in the previous 12 months. I currently have 788, but considering that's on 106 subscribers when I need 1,000, and we're already nearly a quarter of the way there, not bad. I think by the time you hit the subscriber threshold, the watch hours won't be a problem. So yeah, you need 4,000 watch hours in the past 12 months. I currently have 788. And you need 1,000 subscribers. I have 106. So that's not happening for a while. So off of YouTube directly, I make no money at all. I will go a little bit into the fact that I have made some money, but this is not what this channel is about. I'm not like Matthew Bogborn that tried to turn this into a business from 0 subscribers. It's just that the money helps me do more of this, because otherwise I have to keep buying planes out of my own money and different things. Luckily, I do have plenty of planes on the shelf that I can build, but I keep buying more like Concorde and the Vortini, and the little glider was like £9. So I don't really count that, but all the bits for it, they've had a little bit of expense, although cheap. Well, motor I already had cheap speed controls and everything like that. But anyway, so now we're going to move on to. Actually, the last thing on the what is this channel section is all money generated on the channel goes back into it or RC related stuff. So if it's not buying parts specifically, it could be I kind of need a new computer, for example, at the minute. Some money from this channel might help pay for that. I'm not 100% sure yet. But for example, say this Canon camera packed up, I need to go and buy a new camera. I'd probably raid the piggy bank of this channel to help pay for some of it. And we also have ideas on stuff that we could spend the money on if you listen towards the end of the video, which is going to be long. I know this already because we're over 10 minutes and we're only finished the first section. But stuff like that, like say if I needed a new camera or it was starting to die, then maybe for a month I could put up like a donation goal or something that you could go to. We'll get into that stuff later on. So, part 2 is free support. So this is stuff that you can do, you watching this video, to help the channel grow and keep it sustainable. So the first things first is you can like or dislike my videos. Liking or disliking doesn't really matter to YouTube. The only thing that they're interested in is the fact that your content has stirred up people so much that they're willing to go and click a button. They don't care if it's likes or dislikes. Some people would say that surely it would be likes, but no, just it's an interaction. It's what it's counted as. So likes and dislikes all feed into interactions. Doesn't matter if it's like or dislike. That's why, for example, when you get a game trailer or a Justin Bieber music video that gets thousands and thousands and millions of dislikes, it still shows on the front page and it still pumps eyeballs to it, because if people don't like something, they're also going to watch it. People really like things, are going to watch it. People who I got cottoned into one of the Call of Duty trailers was the most downvoted. I went and watched it because it was downvoted. If not, I probably wouldn't have watched it because it's a Call of Duty trailer and the really shit. The new one, which I'm probably going to get the game off because I'm going to get a graphics card soon, or I'll just buy it. Advanced Warfare. I haven't watched a trailer of that because it wasn't the most disliked or liked video ever. The second thing I've got on here, of course, is comments. Again, they count as interactions for YouTube's algorithm. But another good thing with comments is, for example, I've got some comments recently on my... I'm just going to move the mic up a little bit. Apologies for any noise. I've got some comments recently on the FPV HD equipment that I'm working on, with questions and things, and like feedback and things like that. In fact, can I... So yeah, for example, I got asked how is the latency and the information about like the video quality. So for example, that if I'm struggling for a video one week, because I tried to keep once a week now because it's both helpful for you. There should be a video every week, as well as trying to whoops. As well as, well, that's completely thrown me. I can't remember. Yes, if I'm struggling for video ideas, I can go in the comment section. If someone's asked, what does this do, or how does this work, then, I can go and do it, if I'm really struggling for a video idea. So, for example, if I was struggling for a video idea this week, I could go dig out that HD stuff, because it's still in a box at the minute, waiting for me to fix up the Skywalker and stick it in. I could go and, if I was really struggling, I could go and do that. That's of course, if you could subscribe. Now, subscriptions are not really important to YouTube themselves. The thing that it's important to is the fact that you get to see the videos in my inbox, which means that gives me a much higher chance, when it works, of getting views, comments, likes and dislikes, things like that. So it's good to see subscriber numbers go up, as well as also the fact that it's nice for me. I like seeing the subscriber number go up gently. It's nice to see, as well as some less educated companies I mean, it's the nice possible way if you're a less educated company who's watching me, do take subscribers into account, even though they don't really matter. So, for example, you look at PewDiePie, who's got nearly 1 billion subscribers, or is it multiple billions? I can't remember. Like, let's say you just got 1 billion, okay? I think it's 1 billion, or it's like 90-something million. You know, it's very close. Or 100 million. No, because I think that's not 1 billion, is it? I don't know. Billions confuse me, because if you're over the pond or if you're in the UK, it's different for some fucking bizarre reason. But anyway, you know, he has, let's say it's 90 million, but he only gets 1.5 million views on each video. Whereas I technically have 106 subscribers, but some of my videos get a lot more than 106 views. So, you know, subscribers really don't matter if you know what you're talking about. It's nice to me, but also some companies do see it as an important number, even though it isn't. So obviously that being higher for those people is good news. But I need to take a very quick break, and I'll be back through the power of editing. Okay, so I'm back. Next thing on my list is views. Fairly self-explanatory. If a video gets more views, it shows to me that it's something that people are interested in, like the HDFPV stuff. Kind of came out of nowhere. It also shows that you're interested in that, so we'll do more videos on it instead of just sort of like slapping it in and then showing test footage. I will do more videos of me installing it because it seems like people are interested in it. Another thing is, like, for example, when I did my R349 video, it shows to me that, or at least what I took from that, is that people want, you know, for stuff like that, it's worth, you know, going to the extra effort of doing video editing, because by no means my favourite thing to do in the world, especially when it's just sort of clipping stuff together and not really that creative. You're just cutting out fuck-ups, basically. So the next one is watch time. Now, this one's actually fairly important for YouTube. Also, it helps for me as well, because the main thing that watch time does is it shows, can you keep someone interested for 8 or 10 minutes? Because if you can, then the content that you're creating is actually good. Because you could put a fantastic title and thumbnail on something so that people click it, watch it for 2 minutes, and then go, no thank you, and leave. But if you can get someone to click on your video and watch it for the full 8 or 10 minutes or however long it is, excellent. So watch time, YouTube also looks at that, mostly for monetization purposes. But also it's very interesting for me. For example, from my understanding, the HD stuff, the HD FPV stuff, actually had quite a long watch time compared to the R349, which didn't. So maybe the start of the R349 video could have been a bit quicker to get into the action or something like that, you know, stuff that we can work on. Another thing which doesn't directly affect you, but it makes me on the channel on the back end for YouTube look good, is click-through rate. So let's say, for example, I posted one of my videos to a Facebook group. You click on that Facebook group video, you click on that YouTube video, it loads up the youtube.com, and then from there you go on a 1 hour kind of YouTube spree. You know, say, for example, I post a video of me building my Concorde, and then from there you go on a 1 hour sort of splurge of watching different videos about Concorde and RC and all these different things. Well, because I started that one, you know, going back to watch time kind of, you may have watched my full 10-minute video, but the fact that I started somehow a 60-minute time period of you being on YouTube like that. YouTube like that a lot, because even if they can't make monetization from me, because I can't have ads on my channel, they could make a lot of money from all the ads that you watched on all the other channels you looked at, you know, because most videos on YouTube are 10 minutes long. If you watch for an hour, that's 6 videos. Knock mine off for the beginning, that's 5 different lots of ads that you could have seen. So they're going to like you. Or like me, should I say. And the last one, coming back to something that is more, something you can do more directly, is share and tell your friends. You know, if you know someone who's building a Concorde and you've seen my Concorde video, point them in the direction of mine, you know, see if he's interested in it, or she. I'm not discriminating. And see what they say, you know. Sort of sharing and getting it out there is very good. For example, if I look at some of my traffic sources for my other website that I run, sometimes it's where I've posted videos and then they've ended up getting put on like fpv.tv or something, where it's basically just a reposting site, and you know, I could technically go in and do DMC takedown, but it got people to the site or whatever, so it's like it's a good thing, if you understand what I mean. You know, I'm not going to go out and cut that down if it's getting, you know, if it's getting things better. But that is the end of the free support stuff. Now this next thing is sponsorships. Now when I say sponsorships, I don't necessarily mean that when I go flying I wear a t-shirt that says Hobby King on the back of it. That might come into it, but what I mean is more of, for example, for flying related, as long as I can share my opinion, I don't mind. I mean, I'd love some stuff from Flex Innovations. There is it an RV8? Premier Craft RV8. That looks brilliant. That might be my next 3D plane. I really, really like the look of that. It's expensive. Fucking hell, 600 quid. I didn't realise it was 600 quid. Yeah, £600. I may have also just ordered another Flex Innovation plane at €700 as an early birthday Christmas present. My parents are splitting it between them. Holy Mother of God! But that'll be like my one present, by the way. But yeah. So, like, especially if you wanted to send me his $7,500 jet, then that'd be excellent. Although very unlikely. Higher chance of getting stuff would be from Bangor, because they seem to send stuff to anybody who fucking asks. So there's something I was really interested in. I could possibly ask for it. I don't know what is Bangor's like. Fashion blogger program. That can't be it. Let me just Google how to get Bangor to send you free stuff. Did I have for this earlier? Bangor Reviews Club. I've seen this. Review Club. So the idea is if you start actually posting reviews to Bangor, then maybe that's when they start giving you options for things like that. So maybe if I do start doing those review videos that I was saying, I'll post them to Bangor, because I know you get points for it that you can redeem on more stuff. And maybe they'll start... Like, I feel really weird about it, because, like, you have the sort of freebie for review kind of, are you going to say it's better than it is? I don't think so, and I think that people... I mean, there's plenty of videos of me on this channel already of me completely, like, going into Hobby King. Not quite as much on Bangor, but recently they really have been shit for sending stuff out. You know, so I'd hope that that would sort of go before me. And there's probably, especially if I'm a smaller channel, and something like Bangor themselves would probably say, like, we can remove you at any time, or we can do this and that. So if they don't like what I say, then I'm fucked. I'd obviously do some stuff from Hobby King, as well as like smaller UK stores. If Leeds Model Shop, which is technically my closest store, wants to send me something, then fine. Or King's Lynn, or Wheelspin, or West London Models, I've dealt with a lot recently. They want to send me stuff. As long as it's something that I'd be interested in, I'm not going to say no. In terms of non-flying related stuff, again, for example, if you watch Linus Tech Tips, you would see, This episode is sponsored by NordVPN. Well, it won't be NordVPN with them, but it would be PIA, Private Internet Access. I'm not against doing stuff like that. I mean, I've kind of done a dedicated video on Honey before, which is a browser extension, but it saves you money on Banggood and Hobby King. I came in at it from that perspective, and I use it a lot. Anything that isn't flying related have to be something I use. So, like, I don't use Dollar Shave Club, but I use a subscription-based shaving company. I'd swap to them and, like, promote it. Like, I don't mind. The only reason why I'm not with Dollar Shave Club is because they weren't in the UK yet, and I needed shaving supplies. I would prefer stuff that isn't flying related, or to do stuff where, for example, again, going to Linus Tech Tips with computer stuff, they might show a computer case when they're talking about a graphics card. So they're not directly linked together, stuff like that is fine. But again, I don't use stuff that I would actually use, so I wouldn't have like any VPN, because they're all, for like 98% of people, it's bollocks and you don't need one. But like Honey, Dollar Shave Club, Audible, like stuff that I would use, yeah, I don't mind. And I would probably do it in a similar vein to, again, Linus Tech Tips, where the sort of initial ad at the beginning would be about 10 seconds long. The reason why, and I believe this is the reason why they do it, although they've never said, but if you double tap the right hand side of your phone, or even in a browser, I think when you're watching a YouTube video, it skips 10 seconds. So even though they don't have like a skip ad button on the video, it is there. So I'd probably do something like that. Again, not really something that I'm going to get to yet. I'm just writing myself a note for the end of the video. So yeah, that's sort of sponsorships. Now, monetary support at no cost to you, which is basically just referral and affiliate links. So I do use affiliate links on the channel. I always try to make them as obvious as possible which are and which are not. It usually says, kit link, affiliate link, motor link, non-affiliate link. I do try and make it as obvious as possible. They make me money. Not a massive amount, but it's certainly better than a slap across the arse. So the ones that I have at the minute, the three that I've had is Hobby King, Banggood, and Amazon. Now, Amazon kicked me out because I didn't sell enough. Because to be fair, so like for example, I did all the HDFPV stuff. I got loads of views. I wish I had Amazon affiliate links, but I didn't. Also, I have shared a Hobby King affiliate link. I do have Hobby King affiliate links, but to be fair, most of their big purchases I kind of can't, because a lot of them weren't very good. Now Banggood, I get a lot of stuff from Banggood. I went a year where there wasn't a time where there wasn't something in the post from Banggood. And of course, a lot of that got shown on the channel, and a lot of that stuff ended up with affiliate links underneath. Now, so far, now I'm not sure if any of these have expired. I don't think they have. I have 3,952 Banggood points. I wish it was pounds, it isn't. But roughly 100 Banggood points equals $1. So it means I have $39.50, or at the current constantly fluctuating conversion is £31.23. Now you need a minimum deposit of $20, and I have to pay PayPal fees. If it's over $10, I believe you can use Banggood Pay, but that's a bit sketchy. And if you have over like $1,000 or $1,500 worth, you can do a bank transfer, which doesn't really cost anything, especially if you've got a decent enough bank where they won't charge you international fees, which I think mine's like that. So if I had $1,500 worth, which I did, I wish I did, then I could do that. But I might transfer some of that out now, because I don't 100% trust Banggood. They're like 90 and 95% trust Banggood. So I'm going to possibly take that money out and just let it sit in the JakesRCStuff PayPal fund for now. Now, in terms of non-flying specific referrals, I did mention Amazon already that they've kicked me out. I do have some, because I can't remember what it was. I think it was some like camera gear and stuff I bought from Amazon. Would have been nice to have affiliate links again. Also for the digital FPV stuff. You don't get that much RC stuff through Amazon, but when you do, again, nice to have the affiliate links to possibly gain a few pence off of it. Now, Honey is the only other sort of non-flying one I've done. I did a specific video on Honey. And as far as I know, I haven't had Honey's referral link in any other videos other than that one. And so far I have 1,622 gold. You get 500 per referral, and I think I've got the other 122 from doing random shit like confirming my email and stuff like that. So when you sign up for Honey with my link and then buy something, I get 500 gold. And it's 1,300 gold per £10. Now, currently the only voucher I can get is a £10 one for Amazon, which isn't a bad thing. What I would do in a situation like that, where I had a £10 Amazon voucher, I'm more than likely going to spend that on myself before I spend it on the channel. So what I would do is I'd basically buy it from the channel and put £10 into the PayPal fund and use the £10 Amazon gift card personally. Just to keep the whole, every cent, every penny, every whatever decimal of a crown is, goes into the channel again. And in terms of what do I do when, say for example, I buy S-Bus decoders from T9 Hobby Sport in the UK, which don't have an affiliate program, but they are also available on Bangles that do. Well, what I'm going to do, especially considering that's a UK shop, is I will have the T9 Hobby Sport link where I bought them from, and then have like as a international or out of stock link Bangles, which would be affiliate. Because I think that's fair. It gives the UK shop a chance as well, and also, I mean, most of my viewers are actually American, so they can get it from Banggood, or Hobby King or whoever. But I think Hobby King's affiliate program's a bit of a scam anyway, to be brutally honest. Like, has no one really bought anything? I mean, I don't mean the big stuff necessarily, but no one's bought a speed controller that I've recommended that had an affiliate link from Hobby King. It's a bit weird. But some would say possibly the most important video or important section of this video is the direct monetary support. Now this is where you would pay me money directly, which I hate those words even coming out of my mouth, but it is something that people want to do. So there's two different options. You have PayPal, which is like a one-off donation. Say I saved you a few hours of searching, or, after hours of searching, I fixed a problem, like, oh, have a beer, and, it's a £5 to have a beer. I don't know if that's how much beers cost. I don't drink, but you know what I mean. Then you're going to send the donation through paypal.me/JakesRCStuff. I believe that's the link. If it isn't, it'll be on the screen and in the description. And that's a one-off donation. In terms of how I will thank you, it depends on the donation. If it's a massive one, then things might be slightly different. But for the odd sort of smaller donation, what I would do is there is a note section on paypal.me. So if you said, oh, this is for your videos on the FPV, the HD FPV stuff, then I would thank you in a HD FPV stuff video, either via voice or via like text on the screen, but that's at the beginning, or like in a ticker underneath. I think it'll be a ticker underneath, like something that moves across the bottom of the screen, something like that. If it's just a general thank you for the good work, it will go on the next video that I produce after that donation. So yeah, leave me information in the notes option on there, and yeah. Now, in terms of the other section is a little bit more complicated, but hopefully it'll be good. So it's patreon.com/JakesRCStuff. Now, if you're new to Patreon and don't know what it is, basically the idea is that it's an ongoing subscription. I believe you can do one-off donations, but you're better off doing it through PayPal if you're going to do that, to be honest with you. Now, it's not a contract-based thing, so you can cancel it whenever you want, and basically there's two different tiers. It's in dollars because that's what Patreon runs in. It's annoying that I can't set it to pounds, which is why some of the prices are a little bit skew-with, especially considering like how much the pound has been bouncing up and down thanks to Brexit and general cocking about. So there's two different tiers that I currently have. There's the Make a Quick Buck, which is $1. Thanks. Might not sound like a lot, but it's a great pat on the back. And your rewards are you can ask questions in any Q&A posts or videos that I decide to do. Patreon only posts. So that would be like what projects do I do next? Advice on different things. You know, if I'm painting something, what colour scheme should I go if I'm indecisive? Just sort of random little Patreon things like that. Apologies, my cough is coming back. You also get credit in any videos and the description of any videos I produce while you're a patron. I'll get into that in a little while. The next thing is JakesRCStuff. Now this is kind of like my premium subscription type thing. Again, if you watch Linus Tech Tips, you know they have Floatplane, which is like an option to get videos earlier and it's better quality and things like that. Similar idea. So this tier, which is $7.50 a month, the idea was for it to be £5, but I couldn't change it, so meh. It says, thank you so much. This tier gets you videos as soon as they're ready, up to 4 weeks before YouTube. So if you don't know, when I make videos, I usually make 3 at once. You know, sort of 2 to 4 at once. For example, this week I made Concord Part 2, Vortini Part 3, and this video. Okay? The idea is that as soon as they're edited and ready to go on the internet, they are posted to Patreon and they're live. Whereas with YouTube, they get uploaded as private. I put the information in, I schedule them, blah blah, done. And they come out every Friday. Now, the whole idea is that with the extra stuff, you get them as soon as they're ready. Yeah, so you get them in advance, but it does mean that, for example, you might get loads of videos and then nothing, and then loads of videos and then nothing. It's not as regular as the YouTube one, but some people want stuff immediately, want to see what's happening. This is the one for you. You also have priority for questions in Q&As, so if I have loads of questions, then, because there's no limit on the number of questions you can ask, people who are on the higher tier get priority over the $1 people. You also get Patreon-only behind-the-scenes videos. Now, this is kind of a more limited thing, because I don't have an idea exactly what that is. But, for example, say I, as part of a video, did a... what's it called? Like a fast motion, you know, sped up of my CNC cutting machine doing something. Then maybe as a sort of Patreon special video, I'd upload the whole thing. Time lapse, that's what I was looking for. You know, either if I only have a small amount of time lapse in the video, then you get the full time lapse, or instead of it being a time lapse, it's just the full raw uncut video of that, maybe just muted, so, or whatever, you know, stuff like that. I don't have an exact idea behind that, but I will try and come up with them as we go along. You'd also get access to Patreon only polls. Now, I actually missed this out. You also get this in the $1 one. My mistake. But you get access to Patreon only polls. So, I did mention this. So you get to help what I do in videos, etc. And the last one is credit in any videos and the description of any videos I produce while you're a patron. They will get split up so that there would be $1 tier people and $7.50 tier people. They will all be there, you know, they'll be in their separate sections. Now, in terms of thanking them in the video, again, I think it's going to be a ticker running across the bottom of the screen. If you watch, for example, RC Model Geeks, they have this sort of thing at the beginning of the video where they thank everybody. But the problem is that's such a wall of, oh, come on. I mean, I understand why they're doing it, but for some people, they're going to be like, oh, come on, just show me the video. I don't want to do that, because it will scare people away. People will click off the video, and I still need the channel to expand. So more than likely, maybe a minute or 30 seconds into the video, a timer will start, like a ticker will start across the bottom. Thank you to the Patreons at the $7.50 tier, blah, 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 blah. They're all the names. Thank you for the people at $1, blah, 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 blah. Thank you to X for donating £5. And maybe in the ticker, if it's a small question, I'll ask it there, like, yes, I'm excited for the Concorde flying, or whatever. So that would be the way that works. For now, what will happen is not this video, because I'm specifically talking about it, but in any of the videos that I edit, there'll be now a ticker at the bottom advising of Patreon, PayPal, and probably Honey as well. But yeah. Now, there is actually 2 goals. So this is when we are up to £7 per month, which is just one person subscribing to Jake's RC Extra Stuff. I can actually buy Vimeo Pro and do the early videos. Thanks, Patreon, for not making it clear before I made the page. So yes, the way that the private video system works is that you have to have Vimeo Pro, which is £6 a month, which is why I say it's at $7. The idea being that as soon as one person subscribes for the $7.50 amount, I can subscribe to Vimeo Pro and know that I'm not going to lose out any money on it. So yeah, and then the next goal is at $20. Reaching $20 a month will allow me to run a website, meaning I can declutter my video descriptions and give more details and links in a blog. I spelt can wrong. That's not right. So they're the 2 goals at the moment. If I have any specific goals, like I need a new gaming PC, not a gaming PC, but also the processor upgrade from, say, a 3600X to a 3900X, so that video editing is better, I could stick a goal on there and we could try and reach it. I believe you can do one-off goals, so that like it ticks up each month until you reach it, or you can do per month goals, as I say, $20 per month to get the website up and running. The last thing that I will say is like the description that I have on the Patreon, in case anyone's interested. So hello, my name is Jake and I create YouTube videos following the trials and tribulations of model flying, mostly focusing on building and new projects. This Patreon page will hopefully allow me to take my YouTube channel to make my YouTube channel self-sustaining. Every penny pledged through Patreon or donated via other means, because I don't think I'm allowed to say PayPal, goes back into the channel for more planes, parts, or even the odd YouTube-specific item like cameras or microphones. So basically what I've said during this video. So, as I say, you're going to see those changes to the videos in terms of little tickers on the screen. Got to work out how to do it in Sony Vegas. Also, in the descriptions now, in every video description I make from now on, is going to have the PayPal link, paypal.me link, the Patreon link, and the Honey link. Things might change steadily over time, but that's roughly what it's going to be. We're coming up on 48 minutes of me recording this. There is going to be some stuff I'm going to cut out because I did disappear for 5 minutes. Really long video. I'm probably going to take out the PayPal and Patreon bit into a separate video so I can link people directly to it. But yes, thank you very much. If you've managed to stay to the end, say cheese in the comment section. It'll make me feel all gooey and gouda inside. But yeah, thank you all for watching or listening, really, because it's going to be a black screen to all this random shite I am exfoliating into the world. I think that's words. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you all the next one. Bye-bye.